Hey guys, it's me, Heather, from coming into you from sunny Florida, which you can see right now is actually not really that sunny. We're having a cold front. Our winter is finally here, and it's like 50 degrees. Ooh, 50 degrees. Those of you in snow are like, yeah, right, she's crazy. Anyways, I wanted to give you guys an update about the awesome things that are happening here in Orlando because seriously, God is blowing stuff up in a good way, and it is amazing. We actually have this week is our week of prayer and fasting as a church, and so I really want you guys to let me know how I can be praying for you this week. We are coming together at the end of the week on Friday with a worship night, and it's just going to be incredible. So I want to be praying for you as this week continues. So please let me know how I can be doing that. But I mostly wanted to send you guys this update to let you know some of the specific things that God is doing here through Elevate, through our youth ministry here because of you. So the first thing I know I mentioned to you guys before, I was starting to get out into the schools and having lunch and doing outreaches and things in some of the schools. So I've been going to this school called TFA, and we started out with 2 students for middle school and 2 students for high school. And every Thursday, I'm going and meeting these girls for lunch, and our middle schoolers have grown to 6 or 7 every week now. And our high schoolers, we didn't have enough room even at the table this past week. We had 11 students, 11 girls that were coming to have lunch with me. And right now, this time, what we're really doing is using it as an outreach to get word of mouth out there, to get people to come to Elevate, to get some of our students who are already going to school there really inviting friends and building relationship. And we've seen some really cool things happen so far. I have a student, one of my middle school girls, invited a girl named Joy to lunch, and so she's been meeting with us, and I met Joy for the first time at one of these lunches, and she's been coming and meeting with me week after week after week. And a couple weeks ago, actually the day after Christmas, we had a game night at my house in which we had 34 students at, which was incredible, amazing. Who would have thought the day after Christmas that we'd have so many students even in town? But they came and they were like chomping at the bit to get there. And Joy invited her sister, whose name is Emily, to that game night. And I met Emily for the first time. She's a high schooler at TFA and got to know her. She had a great time. And then fast forward to this week at Elevate. Joy had been coming to Elevate, and she actually, obviously invited Emily, and I had gotten to know Emily at my house and everything. Joy was sick this past Sunday, and Emily still came. Her dad drove her half an hour to come to Elevate. So it was really cool to just see one example of how going there, having lunch with the girls, and now it's starting to influence their family. Their family is actually looking for a church to attend. Pastor Keith actually knew their father, and so there's just connection and relationship building there, and they're probably going to become a part of our church. So that was really exciting to see how God can take even reaching and building a relationship with one person to really affect their entire family. And Elevate right now, I'm seeing a lot of that. We have a lot of students that are coming right now whose parents have never stepped foot in our church. A lot of them have never even gone to a Sunday service at our church, yet they're coming to Elevate, and they're actually, getting together and starting to serve at church. And we're really just believing, and if you guys could be praying for this too, that families would start to be impacted by the students and what they're experiencing and learning at Elevate. So if y'all could be praying for that, that would be great. Another young man in our high school, one of our high school boys, started coming to Elevate. He was forced to come to Elevate by his parents months and months and months ago. Never wanted to come, would come and literally not say more than one word if you made him speak. And we're just seeing God just really allowing us to build a relationship with him, opening his eyes. He's answering questions now. He hugged me the other day, and I kind of like half tugged him for some reason, and he was like, hey, that's not a real hug. And so he's just coming alive. He's asking questions. He's really wanting to get in and start serving at church, and it's really cool to just see what God can do when we make ourselves available to him, and how he wants to help and use us into these children's lives. And it's because of you. Again, because of you, this is happening. We have another student Ben, who is just on fire right now for God. He actually texted me yesterday and said, Miss Heather, can we please just get together and go have lunch somewhere and just see where the Holy Spirit leads us to talk to and just evangelize. And he's wanting to really empower students his age. He's a leader. He's spoken before at Elevate, and he comes in and serves faithfully every single week at the church, which is really cool. He just wants to come and clean and do all of these things that a lot of times teenagers don't want to do. So it's really cool seeing God just really raise him to another level. We have another student who's been coming. His name is Nick. Again, he's one of our students whose parents, I've met his mom twice now, but his parents have never come to the church. He actually started coming to the church because he was dating one of the girls who is in our youth group. Interesting fact, they have since broken up, and he's still coming, and it seems like after that time we thought he was going to not show up because we thought he was just coming for the girl, but he's been coming. He showed up with Derek, who's another one of our leaders, at 6 a.m. on a Sunday to come in and serve and set up in times where he's not getting credit for student hours or anything like that, community service. He's just showing up and wanting to serve and staying and seeing how he can help, and it's just unbelievable what is happening. And another girl who I can't tell you how many texts I get literally every week that are, can you teach me what it's like to hear God? I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to go for this. I want to get baptized. Will you please baptize me? I had that text the other day. We're going to have we're going to have baptisms coming up in the beginning of March, where I'm going to have the opportunity to baptize several of our Elevate students, which I'm pumped for. So I just wanted to share with you guys those are just a couple of the highlights of what God is doing. He's growing this ministry, and he's literally changing lives of these students, and the impact that this is having on students at such a crucial time in their life where things in the world are all jacked up. It's unbelievable. So I want to thank you, because I could not do this without you. I could not be being used by God in this way if it wasn't for you. And again, this is a team. So I just wanted to thank you guys for believing in what's happening here at High Point and being part of what is empowering us to be able to do this, literally to be able to do even just a few of those things that I just told you about. So thank you guys. Again, as a reminder, please respond back and let me know how I can be praying for you this week. And I appreciate you, and Happy New Year.